Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the afternoon Sunday class. And Brother Kevin there, he's promised us an exciting afternoon with Family Feud. Hopefully we all leave here intact at the end. We're going to open with prayer. Brother Kevin's class is Fair Play and Graciousness. So we'll open with prayer. We will open with hymn 325. Then I'll open it with prayer, and then we'll call up Brother Kevin up. To me all who are weary and burdened, come to me, oh come to me, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn from me. Let us pray. Father, we come before you this afternoon in prayer and in thanks for the blessings that you've given us, that we are able to be here this afternoon to be together and to be able to hear words of encouragement as Brother Kevin leads us in the class this afternoon. We pray, Father, that we may always look to you, look to your word, and look to each other for guidance and strength. And this we ask in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen. Okay.
Make sure I get this working. Awesome. All right. Well, good afternoon. I know that if it's anything like our Ecclesia, afternoon classes can be always interesting. Great opportunities for naps and so on, as the case may be. But hopefully we'll do something that'll be keep you engaged a bit. And I wanted to sort of pick a topic that I thought was one that just, we're not, not that there's anything wrong with sort of let's look at a chapter, look at a character, look at a set of verses or something like that. But I thought I'd look at something that I think is hopefully maybe something we haven't really thought of a lot in terms of how the scriptures can help us with it. But I think it's something we all do in terms of our lives. So starting up, hands up. Who, when we play games or sports, who wants to win? Okay, good. There's a number of people that like to. All right, who likes to win? That's right. In fact, actually, I thought when Brother Tony asked me about possible hymns, I said, well, we could try "We Are the Champions," but didn't know if that would go over well. Any fans of Queen? Okay. But then the third question, maybe of interest for all of this, is who feels bad for others? Well, that's good. Well, there are some people who feel, okay, that's good. I'm going to be honest sometimes for myself. I have a note, and my family would agree very much. Maybe that's why Rose decided that she needed to head out. She didn't want to, because I do like to gloat when I win. I will admit that, and it's been a really not a great thing of mine in terms of my character with that. One of the things I think of when we think of this whole idea of games and sports, we are often always involved in it. Whether it is just playing something for fun, whether we're in a bit of a competitive league, or whether we're just playing maybe games around the holiday time and so on. But I think it's important. We say the Bible has principles that are supposed to guide us through all our lives, right? And we often, in terms of we think of that, we say, yeah, the Bible's good for today. It's good for all time, right? For this. And yet when we think of something like we'd say, well, there's no real rule book. I don't turn up to this chapter of the Bible that talks all about how to play games or how to play sports and so on. But we see, though, when we look at the scriptures, I think there's a number of principles that are there that are inclined. We just maybe have to look for them a little bit. So that we find out that even in the 21st century, there's an opportunity that the scriptures still speak to us about these things, about the things that we do day by day. They're woven throughout the scriptures for their guidance. So just going to take a look at this next section here, and hopefully this is going to work with that. I've got a video. Is it going to show up? It disappeared. Yeah, all right. Let's see. Did I lose internet? I did this beforehand. Hopefully it's still working. Popo says I still have it, so let me try something. Do I still have internet? Oh, I lost it. That's why. Okay, so let me go back. Sorry, bear with me. Turn it on. I guess I want to. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, now you get to watch how incompetent I can be.
Yeah.
Oh, I just have to click there. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
You're an expert at this. It's amazing.
I know what thing you're talking about.
Okay, and then now do I think I have?
Yeah, so go hit the little presenter,
The
the little,
yeah. I don't think I have internet still though. Do I?
oh. Yeah.
Available. So that's that. iPhone. There it is. I got my
Oh,
iPhone.
you can do Cambridge. No, save your
Oh.
data. Yeah, let me hook you.
Ooh, I'm gonna get the
Yeah, you're gonna get the good stuff.
Get the good stuff. Ooh, he's got a password. Okay. All right. I won't share it with everybody.
Okay, don't share it with everybody.
Oh, is it gonna work?
I hope so. That is the password. Yeah, we're
Oh,
good.
good. We're connected.
Okay.
All right. Now, if I go back to this lovely thing, this video better be worth it, right? Okay, good. And let's see if it works. All right. We'll watch this. See if this will work. Shows up. Oh, great. Oh, there.
there you
Okay, it just took some time. All right. So I'm going to show this little video clip.
This hill taking a toll on a couple runners trying to finish those final 20 yards. Wow.
Yeah, you can see what a tremendous show of sportsmanship as you've got an athlete who can't quite make it, and they've got a team, a girl from another team trying to help her to the finish line so she can finish the race. That's what the sport is all about.
Oh my goodness. This is just incredible. The sportsmanship phenomenal as you see those final yards there. As you see Clemson and Louisville helping the Boston College runner. That's Tate and Pease. The Boston College runner can't even lift her legs right now. She'll try to cross the finish line. What a shot right here away from that soccer park in Cary.
but you sacrifice your own position to help another athlete finish what they started, and that's a true sportsmanship.
Awesome. So I just showed that just because when I was looking through and preparing for this, I thought there were some things about that just really, sort of struck me. Like what made this so unique with that? You see, this is college cross-country running, so they're running this race and so on, but what made it unique? Well, there were actually a couple runners that were willing to help another team. They were willing to be, and as they talked about the commentators there watching this, they were an example. And they were willing to sacrifice their own position. You saw all the other bunch of runners just running right by them. So they were now falling further and further behind because they were wanting to help someone else to finish the race. And I think it's a wonderful example then we see. So we think of ourselves and say, well, we've got the truth. We know the gospel. We want to serve God. And yet we see people like but look, there's the example of people that are willing to put others above themselves in their own position. Now, when we take a look and connect that, I'm sure that you probably see a wonderful connection when I saw it was a race, because we think of what Paul wrote to Timothy, right? 2 Timothy 4, verse 7, I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. Now, it's interesting that when we're looking at that verse, some things that struck out and sort of for me was the fact that Paul says here, he doesn't say, I have fought the fight. Instead, it's, I have fought the good fight. And the important part is, it isn't just that you fought, but you fought the right way. You did what was right. It was a good fight. And I think that's an important thing. Again, we always keep that in mind, that we want to make sure that when we are running the race, we're doing this with the best in mind, doing the right things. It isn't a matter that we get to the end, but we get to the end the correct way. And so Paul then talks about, I finished the race. And again, now that's another important lesson. I think we've all see that over and over again in terms of the scriptures. The importance part, it isn't that we're first. It isn't that I won the race. It's I finished the race. And that's the last part of this verse, I have kept the faith. So in other words, Paul is again reminding us that you've stayed true to the principles of the gospel. It is useless. It is nothing to run the race, to finish the race, but lose your faith. To not do it in the right way, to not be true to the principles of the Gospels. So when we think of competition, whether it's games or sports, there's often a sort of a win at all cost, right? It's that idea of you've got to win. That's what matters. It's the only thing that matters. I'm trying to think what that phrase is. It's like I say, it's the only thing is whether you win or not. That matters. It isn't. That isn't what we see in Scripture. The idea of the personal glory, the idea that I did it, I'm wonderful, I've won with that. The other thing that competition can help us to think and keep in mind is the idea of really an honesty aspect of it. And I put cheating, and I think many even in the world would say, well, cheating's not really right. But there's also an element of that where we verge into the dishonesty part of it. And I know that, I think myself, you find that it's challenging. You're playing a game or you're playing a sport and something's out of bounds. Do you admit that it's out of bounds? Even though that would hurt your team? Or, the referee didn't see that. Well, we'll just let that go. That's good for us. Or is there complete honesty and respect and adherence to what's really right to do? When we are competing, do we complain about the officiating? Oh, they're biased. Oh, they made the wrong call. They made a mistake. Oh, it's always against us, and so on. And then, of course, the other challenge is with any competition is reacting sort of negatively. The idea of really almost acting improperly when things happen and not taking responsibility for your actions. Those all end up being, I think, real challenges when we are competing. And I'm talking really a lot about myself with this aspect of it, because I like to win. I relish in the fact of winning with that. And I think it's a difficult thing. My family will remember, and particularly my wife, Laura, just remembers the one time that she won a game. We were so excited that she won. We had to write it on the calendar with that she remember that she won with that. And I mean, but even at the time, I was like, oh, I really wanted to win myself. And that's not the right things. And that's the challenge I think we get when the flesh takes over with respect to competition. So the principle of Scripture is, of course, we see Romans 12 is a verse that we use in many different contexts. I'm going to put it in this context of respect to competition or sports. Paul writes, "Therefore I urge you, brothers, in view of God's mercy, to offer your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." Now it's interesting that with respect to being, in our competitions and our games and so on, to be fair, we should be looking at what is acceptable or reasonable in accordance with the rules. That's what we're being asked to do. It is in fact something that is our reasonable service. Paul's saying, you just be fair, be correct. And when we think of the idea of a living sacrifice, I think it's important to understand that when we think of the fact of our life and our service and the truth, we're to be a living sacrifice, and Paul calls that a reasonable service. It's not an exceptional act. We need to be able to be sacrificial in the sense of giving for others, and to offer our bodies. All aspects of our life need to be service in that way, to do good and acceptable, not to be conformed to the world. And yes, the world can very much be on a winner take all, and it matters whether you win. That's all that matters with that. That's not what we should be doing. We shouldn't be conformed to the world in that process. And you think about it with respect to what you see. That video with the runners, that's unusual. Why is it unusual? Because people don't do that. People don't want to do that part. They think about wanting to win or put their position. And so it's an opportunity for us to think about how we can be really a witness to others by the things that we do. So when we think of competition, with that, there are some positives to it. I mean, one part when I thought of this class is I thought, well, I don't want to come across as saying we shouldn't do anything. You should never play games, never, be involved in sports. They do. They can help us to build up our character with that, because there are things that happen in sports that we need to make sure that we respond appropriately. But we have to keep in mind that when we're involved in anything, whether it's a game or sports, that it's not our skills that's what's important. It's whether we're pleasing God in what we're doing, in our actions and our reactions with that. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 3 has, of course, the phrase, as Paul reminds us, if you don't have love, you have nothing. And so it comes back to this whole principle again of the fact that with what we do in our competitions, in our sports and our games and so on, we want to make sure that what we're doing is doing things that are pleasing to God. And they may have an opportunity for us to build character. If we lose, do we lose graciously? If we're winning, do we win graciously? Are we considerate of others? Are we thinking of others and their feelings and what's happening with that? So I think those are all important aspects of it. And, I think there's a danger, isn't there? You get involved, you can almost rationalize poor sportsmanship. Oh, he's just being competitive. That's really just an excuse with that. I'm going to give a story that I Rose mentioned, she said, "Oh, you're not going to say that, are you?" And I said, "Yeah, I think I will." It's with respect to, we as a family, we love to play games. We do not play the game Risk anymore. Does anyone know what the game of Risk is? We do not play that game anymore because it ended in tears and crying and anger and stuff, and realizing afterwards, wow. And I mean, of course, because it's a game, in order to win, you set up alliances and then you betray them. You decide to say, "Oh, no, I'm not going to honor that anymore, and I'm going to take you over," and so on. And it's really a game that can be a lot of fun, but it also is a game that really does have an opportunity to reveal the poorer characters of things when that happens. So it's interesting how you have opportunities with games and with sports to really try to show forth either a spiritual character or a fleshly one. And that was one that we've just decided, we thought, is not a great game for us. It just brings out the worst for that. Hopefully others have a lot better success than we've had with that. So when we take a look at Philippians 2, which we referenced a bit this morning, but again, it's all about the idea of we don't want to do this for ourselves, it's looking out for others. And I think that's a really noble goal when we're involved in anything. And we think of that. We've all been probably involved in a particularly like a team sport and the other team's lost. That's hard. And so again, how are we showing that concern and empathy for others? And I think that's an important thing. So we take a look at the other things that we need to make sure we're doing with that. We need to be sure that we're an example. So those young women that were in the race that we saw in the video, they were being an example. They weren't the ones that were just running right by. They were there to help and to get their fellow competitor across the line. And so we think of that, the importance of how we can do that. If people are watching us playing sports or playing a game and they're saying, wow, they're doing so with integrity. They're doing so with empathy, with good character, with love and care and concern and fairness and honesty. All of those things can come up. And Paul writes to Titus, in everything, set them an example by doing what is good. In your teaching, show integrity, seriousness, soundness of speech that cannot be condemned, so that those who oppose you may be ashamed because they have nothing bad to say about us. And I think that's an important thing. There was a phrase that my son Seth had said in an exhortation, which really struck with me. He talked about the idea that, he said, when people come in from outside and meet us as Christadelphians, as believers, as faithful, we're not the baseline. And the idea of a baseline would be sort of like what people use that as that's their first example, and then they sort of see and compare it to see if there's better examples or not. Yeah, he says, really, we're the test case. We're often the ones that people come in and say, wow, I saw this behavior, and this behavior showed me that these people were fleshly or they were spiritual. And often that's the first thing that people will react to about that. Are these the people of God, or are they the people of the flesh? Are they the people that are just going to do what they want to do for their own purposes or not? And I think that's an important thing when we think of all our examples, because we imagine when we're out there and we're doing things involved with any kind of competition, if we come across and show ourselves to be spiritual, thoughtful, kind, and forgiving of that. And I think that was one thing that always struck me sometimes in sports, is a teammate makes a mistake. What do? Do we say, hey, don't worry about it, it's okay? It happens. Things happen. We all make mistakes. I make mistakes. And so, or do we get angry with them? Do we belittle them? We get mad at them. We say, oh, you shouldn't even be on the team. You're losing the game for us. And certainly those are phrases you sometimes hear thrown out, that people try to cast blame on that, rather than being people that maybe think about trying to be thoughtful and kind for that. And so it is an example for us to preach to others. Paul continues in Titus, For the grace of God has appeared that offers salvation to all people. It teaches us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passions, and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives. And I love how that's worded there, because it is a reminder. It doesn't say that we don't play sports, that we don't play games, but when we do those things, like those ladies that are running in that race, you do so in a way that people say, wow, that's really impressive. That's not what we would normally see happen. And that's wonderful that you do that. And that people acknowledge there's a positive action. It shows that we live differently with that, to live upright lives. It's a very powerful way for us to be able to preach to others. And so, summarizing a bit of that, sportsmanship then should be this idea that you may win. There's nothing wrong with winning, but you do so without bragging. Right? You know, like, oh, I'm the best, I'm wonderful, yeah, you're a loser, that type of thing. And lose without complaining. Like, oh, you won because someone else messed up on our team, or you tried to, you were dishonest, or you cheated, or you just complained, or the referee wasn't on our side. Be respectful of others. Good game. You played really well. Congratulations. Those are things to say, you made a valiant effort. Treat others kindly. And that's before, during, and after. Right? Even as we're in the process of playing the game itself, that we're making sure that we're encouraging one another. And so the competition aspect of things, it can be a very valuable thing that we do. Competition helps us to connect with others, right? We do have all different talents or strengths, right? And yet we can use them together, and we can accomplish good things. And I think we have all probably been involved in activities where we'll say, oh yeah, you know what, you do this, I'll do this, and we divide up the roles in a particular activity or sport and so on, and we try to lift each other up. We encourage one another. It's a great opportunity. Right? Sports and games are wonderful to support one another, to encourage one another, as Paul writes in Thessalonians 5, to indeed build each other up. So I encourage that aspect of it, and respect for others. It's important that you show that. And finally, that the idea to feel, you can feel when you're good at something, you can feel very prideful. And that's really an opportunity to build your own character, to say, yeah, you know what, it's not about me, and it's not about how great I am at being able to hit a ball, or to be able to understand a strategy in a game with that. It's in fact, as Peter writes, to humble ourselves. That in other words, that we need to make sure that we're being humble and not necessarily bragging about these things. And Ephesians chapter 4, I think is a lovely verse that Paul writes, as he do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths. And I think that's an important thing. It's nothing wrong to say that encouraging a person on your team, all right, try and do well, try and hit the ball and encourage them to do that well. But again, you don't put down others. We want to try to make sure that the talk is positive. That's helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. So we don't want to tease, we don't want to bully, we don't want to be critical of others' mistakes. As Proverbs talks about, you don't want to rejoice when your enemy falls. And again, that's an important lesson. I find that myself trying to remember that when playing a game or a sport, that if someone messes up, it's like, okay, don't worry about it, it's okay. And encourage them as well. So in summary, really this verse that we often use and phrase in lots of different examples, but I think it's true because it applies just as much with our competitions. Whatever you do, whether you eat or drink or whatsoever, do all to the glory of God. And I think that's an important aspect of the things that we do in our lives with that. So just to end off, a couple things on game playing. Again, as we talked about, it's an opportunity to exhibit the best of ourselves. All right, it's really, we want to make sure that we're doing, when we play things, we are involved in sort of a competitive situation with that. We're doing and showing our best side, putting our best foot forward, as they may say. Paul writes in Timothy here in the NIV, and I like that part. Similarly, anyone who competes as an athlete does not receive the victor's crown except by competing according to the rules. And that's what's important. It's not about win at all costs. It's win, but win honorably, win the right way, win like by following what you should be following in the right character. And an important thing as well of any kind of activities is that you share laughter, memories. Looking back over time as families, as ecclesial families, either or just even our own families, we really have opportunities to develop memories of opportunities to share laughter, to build each other up. To think of the fun things. And I kind of laugh a little bit, but it is a special memory now in the time when Laura did beat me in a game and we all got excited. And that is a special memory. We wrote it on the calendar and we thought it was wonderful. And now I look back and it was a really nice thing that we did. We remember the kids all cheering on their mom to win with that. And we learned teamwork. We learned patience. We learned discipline. All those are good things that we want to do with that. So as I say, it's not a matter that games are bad or sports are bad. It's how we play them, how we do it, and we do it with graciousness with those things. So the final slide here, just to look at, we really need to keep in mind that in terms of, as Ecclesiastes 3 talks about, the idea that the joy, it needs to be lighthearted, it needs to be fun, it needs to be companionship is developed. It should bring us closer. And if it's not doing that, then we need to look at our characters and how we're actually doing it and how we're playing the sport or the game with that. And it needs to be done with integrity, with honesty, with fairness. In fact, you need to walk with integrity with that. And developing teamwork. The whole idea that in fact we want to be able to collaborate, we want to be cooperative, we want to be able to support and trust one another. Those are all the things that we need to look at. And if that's what's coming through, then it's a wonderful thing and a wonderful opportunity for that. So I wanted to share that. That was just sort of like my introduction. And then I think the next part, hopefully we'll have a chance to put it into action. I'm going to try this. I hope this is going to work with this. I'm going to need some volunteers as well. Let's see if I've got this. Yeah. Play that we're going to play. And I call it, it originally was called, okay, it's going to show up. Oh, there it is. I called it, instead of feud, we call it fun time. Like, let's not think we're really feuding, right? So I'm going to need, how do I shut the music off? Yeah, it's getting annoying. Okay. Stop. There, okay, good. All right, I'm going to need two teams. We're going to play people that are willing to, hopefully exhibit good character with that. I've got, we'll do two teams of four. I don't know if anyone watched Family Feud? Anyone know? A few people have, they've seen it. Okay. All right, I think there's usually 5, but we'll just do that. You don't have to be related to be on to be the family, but do I get volunteers? I need 2 teams, a team 1 and a team 2. All right, just how about, come on down, the first 8 people. And we'll see who's fair and gracious about it. Don't knock each other over trying to get there. Bonnie. Sit with the guy. All right, we got 4. All right, good stuff. So, for lack of simplicity, your team 2, because that's on this side, and your team 1. Okay, so that we'll do the names. Okay, so this is a play. If you haven't played this game before, it's just it's a hopefully fairly simple game to play. There's going to be a question that I put up, and we did a survey of the top X number of answers. And what we'll do is, to make it easier, we'll just have sort of the one team gets to go first, and then the next question, the other team will go. And if you can get all the answers correct, you get the points. If you make a mistake or don't pick one of them that's on the top there, you get an X, 3 X's. The other team gets to try and take the points for that. So that's hopefully pretty, does that make sense? Everyone okay with it? We got the rules? All right, good. Okay, sounds good. So let's see, next, and I hope I'm gonna do this correctly, but we'll see. All right, we'll show the question. All right, so I said I'd give team 1 the opportunity to do this question first. Oh, did you see it? So there's going to be 8 answers here, and you got to name a Bible book from the Old Testament. So we got the top 8. This is a survey that was done, very scientific survey, asked dozens of people or something, I don't know. Anyways, so if we have a choice for, you get 3, you get, okay. We'll say Psalms. Ooh. And ding! Yay, all right. Woohoo! Very good. You almost should get a point for being sportsman. He clapped for you. All right. Another one. The audience could probably find the audience to help you out. No? Daniel. Oh. Good try, good try. Good answer, good answer. Good answer. Which one next? Genesis. Bing. Oh, all right. You have to keep going. Yeah, you got 3 X's and then you're toast. We're okay if the audience shouts out answers too if you want. I think they said Daniel, yeah? How about Exodus? Boom, ding, all right. Woo. We're going through the books of Moses. Well, there's only 39 choices, so you're... Samuel. I'll just, unfortunately, neither one, no. Sorry. One more you got 5 more answers to get or 1 more X. And you guys be ready, because if they make another 3rd mistake, you guys can steal it and win. Jonah? Sorry, Jonah. Oh, okay. Now you guys get it. You can, if you get the one right, you'll get the points. If not, they get them. No. We got 5 choices. Help them out. You want to help them out? Proverbs. Is that a good answer? Yeah. Bing, Proverbs. Yay. Okay. So you're team 2. You get the points. Congratulations. Do you want to know the other ones? What do you think the other ones are? Okay. What do you think are answers? Numbers. Leviticus. There's the books of Job. Isaiah. Oh, big one. Okay. All right. Next question. So this one, again, there's top 8, and this is for you guys to do. Name one of the 12 disciples. So you got 8 to pick from. Peter. Bingo. All right. Judas. Which one? Boom. All right. You got 2. Which one? John? You got the top 3. Matthew. Boom, look at this. You're going, oh, wow. Woohoo. Mark. Oh, sorry. Oh. Luke. Oh. Ooh, get ready to steal, guys. Ooh. So I say, it was very scientifically done. I just got it off the web. Andrew. Whoa, number 6. Whoa. Still got another one. Number 5's open. James. Whoa, look at this. With 2 strikes. Oh, they're getting close. Wow, one more. Can you get it? One last one, number 5. I doubt they're going to get this one. Yes, you got it. Why? When I thought I was a bit of a hint when I said, I doubt you're going to get this one. Bingo! Yeah! Woo. Wow, they're racking up the score. Ooh. All right. Well, that made it easy, that one. Okay. Third question. Back to you guys. Famous siblings in the Bible. Siblings in the Bible. And this one you only have, there's only 7 choices. I don't know why the 8th, that's a glitch, but okay. So you only have to get 7. Siblings in the Bible. Cain and Abel. Right off the beginning. Bingo. Excellent answer. Ooh. Mary and Martha. Excellent choice. Boom. All right. 2 done. Jacob and Esau. Wow, you are rolling. Woohoo. Okay. James and John. Boom. All right. There is no 8, so that's you're good. You only have 3 left to get. Wow. Boom. Not even an X yet. Excellent. Ooh, this is gonna be. Anyone gonna help him out? This gets hard.
I say conditioning.
Oh, sorry. No.
Come on, guys. Honey, I need somebody say something.
You got an idea? They would like the other brother. I'll give you a hint. What'd they say?
Oh, yeah, Joseph and Benjamin.
All right, awesome. Woohoo, yes, okay. All right, one last one. Oh, try not to get doughy-eyed about this one. Oh, bingo, yeah. Woo. All right, on the board, all right, so, okay, next round, okay, this one here, again, this one might be a bit more trickier. There's 7 answers. Did you see the question there? Name a food mentioned in the Bible. And I tell you what, hamburger's not there. I'll give you a hint. Hamburger's not there. Yeah. Nor French fries. Locust and honey. You're giving me two answers, right? Okay. Well, I'll give you this. I'll give it to you there. I just done it. Yeah. All right. I don't know if locust would be. What's that? Lamb. Oh, sorry. Oh, looks. No lamb. So. Not according to the scientific survey. What's that? Bread. Bread. Boom. All right. Woohoo. Grapes. Oh, that sounds grape to me. Yes. Woohoo. Wait. Manna. Wow, you are on a roll now. Fish, good answer. Woohoo! You got two left to go. Quail. Oh, sorry. Oh. Two left. I think I heard the audience say one of them. Figs. Awesome. All right. Now you got one left and one X. So this is it. And then you guys need to be ready with your favorite food to respond. This is a tough one. Food in the Bible. Nope.
We're thinking of the drinks.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a drink. No, sorry. Yeah. No. Big Mac, yes. Number 6 at Wendy's. No, I don't know what number 6 is at Wendy's. Spicy chicken. Oh, okay. Well, chicken? Yeah, chicken, yeah. Leeks. Yeah, sorry. Okay. All right. You guys got a shot at it. Out of all the answers, there's, can you? You are going to go with chicken? You don't want to, isn't there another answer you want to try? All of the food you have, I mean, wouldn't you want to try another food out of all of the other choices you've got? All of the other choices you have, I don't know.
He's not going to pick it now.
Venison. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, it is olives. Oh. Sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. That's good. All right. Oh, thanks. All right. I was going to say, we'll give you guys one. You are behind. We'll give you one shot the last round here to see if you can catch up. Okay, this question, name a Bible character known for their wisdom. So there's only 6 answers for this, and you guys can go see if you can catch up with this. Ooh, boom. All right, 50 people. All right, so 5 left. Known for their wisdom. Okay. There's number 2. You're doing them in order. That's 90 people so far. Oh, so sorry, no, not on the list there, no. Not according to the scientific survey. Yeah. Daniel, good one, yes. All right. Whew. There's I think another one that should be, yeah. Joseph. Boom. All right, excellent. Paul, wow, look at this. One answer left. Ooh, you're closing in.
You only need 264 points.
Well, yeah, you got 157 so far. Yeah. Maybe this last one will be 100 points or something, yeah. You might have to work at this one, although it could be a little, you know.
Is it somebody who worked? Is that a hint?
It could be a hint in a strange way.
Okay, we're going.
I wasn't thinking working that way. It'd be more of a regular, you know, 9 to 5 kind of thing. So I will give you an X with Noah, but yeah, see if you can get that 9 to 5 thing going. Oh, I was thinking of something else was a 9 to 5 type of. Okay. Sorry, all right, no, it isn't David, I'm sorry. Do you guys know? Uncle Paul actually said it. You- Do other people know? God, no, I'm sorry, no. Okay, so you guys do get the point. It was job. 9 to 5 job, yay, okay. So, but you do get the points, but it doesn't quite, you were just short. Excellent game, though. I thought they did well. Woo-hoo, yay! All right. Yeah. Thank you very much for participating. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah. I wish I had fabulous prizes, but I don't have the budget for that. So, all right. Anyways, thank you very much. Uncle Tony, I'll turn it back to you. Okay. All right, thanks. Thanks.
I've never loved losing so much.
You did a fine job. Oh. That's fine.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
You announce this.
Not yet. Okay. Thank you, Brother Kevin. That was a game changer. How many points do I get for that? Okay.